Hello, it's Tuesday the 19th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. So have you heard the rumours from Westminster? Sunak is struggling to assert his authority and some Tories want to ditch him as they see him making no difference to their chances of being re-elected. Labour is still not showing its hand, but the spring budget was a firm action to judge politically, and that was a bit of a disappointment. The tax cuts turned out to be a lot less radical than many had hoped for. Of course, the reality is more likely to be a bunch of backbench Tories who have finally got the memo that their time may be up, and where they see their careers ending prematurely at the next election, they are of course looking for a scapegoat in Sunak's leadership. But still, there's no smoke without fire. Ahead of the MPC vote on Thursday, we have CPI inflation data due out tomorrow. Headline inflation is expected at 3.6%, down from 4% last month. That will be seen as a pretty strong step in the right direction, but is unlikely to affect the MPC vote, and rates are expected to remain unchanged. Looking at the US, the market is readjusting a little, having got ahead of itself with the idea of a rate cut at this week's Fed meeting. Instead, the Fed is entirely justified in leaving rates on hold to ensure that inflation is properly controlled before any rate cuts come into play. Indeed, Powell has been pretty clear in his assessment that inflation remains too high to consider rate cuts in the short term, and many are accepting now that sticking to his guns is the right course of action, and keeping rates higher for longer will help inflation return towards their 2% target. The dollar index is reacting to the view that the rate cuts may take a little while longer, and the higher yields may therefore stick around. That's a bit slippy. The dollar index peaked at 103.65 yesterday as sterling fell back to 127.15 against the dollar. We kick off from 127.05 against the dollar, 116.95 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 108.65 on the open this morning. That's it from me, still in one piece. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.